This is Jack's Forrest complete elbow tie series. First move we're gonna go into detail on is the elbow tie cross ankle pick. My opponent has a collar tie with their left hand. I'm gonna reach up, control the tricep, not the elbow, the tricep. I'm gonna make sure I match lead legs. So because I'm attacking a cross ankle pick, I'm gonna switch to my left leg being forward. I'm then gonna shoot to that knee, drop that knee forwards as my left hand drops behind the heel, just like this. Notice I'm still controlling the tricep and my pinky is right on the mat. If I reach up too high, he can bend his heel backwards and defend the ankle pick. So pinky right on the mat, grabbing the heel, and I'm pushing the tricep across the body towards the knee of the leg I'm attacking. Once I pick him over, my right hand is gonna let go of the tricep and I'm gonna cover the opposite leg. Tricep, match lead legs, drop, cover. One more angle, tricep, match lead legs, drop, push, cover.
Let's check out a couple examples of Jack's Forrest hitting this cross ankle pick. He has the tricep, he drops down to the opposite ankle and finishes off on a double leg. Let's check out another example where he doesn't finish up on a double leg and ends up staying on the single leg, elevating it, and finishing on his feet. Drops to that ankle pick, picks it up to his feet, limp arms out, and finishes on top. Let's look at one example where he misses the cross ankle pick and ends up jumping to a double leg and finishing the takedown from that position.
Now let me show you two different variations if I'm wrestling somebody who's not a right leg lead. So my opponent has the same collar tie on me. I'm gonna reach up and grab that elbow tie control, which is again the tricep, not the elbow. Now if that right leg is back, I'm gonna have a lot of difficulty attacking the cross ankle pick. And a lot of times, if you decide to try to attack the cross ankle pick when it's back, you're gonna overextend yourself and they can shuck you by. As he goes, I can throw my forearm into his side of his neck and shuck him by. So don't go for the cross ankle pick when that leg is back. Don't go for an ankle pick when it's back in general, right? What are my options if he has this left leg forward? I can either do a same side ankle pick where I'm just gonna elevate this up and drop in here. My pinky is still going down to the mat, grabbing the heel. But obviously from this angle, you can't pick him down to his butt because you only have his tricep and you won't be able to push him backwards from here. If I just push the elbow to his side, all it's gonna do is move his arm, it's not gonna send to his butt. So once I get the ankle, I'm gonna let go of the tricep and swing to a single. Normally I wanna elevate the leg very quickly and trip finish. Sometimes people will finish like this, which is a very good way to finish this type of shot. I'm dropping, and then my right hand is gonna swing around and try to collect the leg immediately, so they don't have the opportunity to defend the shot. One more time with that one. I'm still gonna step my left leg forward too. You notice the last rep, I just hit my knee on the floor. You do wanna step that left leg forward and shoot in here, because most of the time they're gonna be stepping back, so you need that distance to be able to catch it, swing to the opposite knee, and finish the takedown. Second option that we notice is attacking a knee pull single. So instead of going low, I can reach behind the knee, open the elbow up, and grab behind the knee, right? Just like this, boom. Once I hit my left knee, my right leg swings around, and I'm just attacking higher up on the leg and finishing there. If my opponent is lower, his head's lower, I may have to attack lower on the leg because I have to get underneath his head. If his stance is a little bit higher, you can attack to that knee pull single.
Let's watch this in action. Jack's Forrest is gonna control the tricep, take a big step in, reach with his left hand, right behind the knee, switch off to single. His head pops to the outside, so he switches to double, drops his opponent on his hip, and finishes the takedown. Let's watch one more example where he's from his knee, shooting to that knee pull single, elevating up to his feet, finishing.
If you've been enjoying the instructional videos and you want to get help building out your own personal wrestling system, join the Iron Faith Academy. If you click the link in the description or the link at the pinned comment at the top, you're gonna get access to a 7-day free trial. I'll see you guys inside. Now let's go into detail on the next move. Jack's Forrest #1 takedown, the elbow tie slide by. When I'm hitting this technique, it can either be done from a collar tie or if my opponent has an inside tie. I'm gonna reach up, control the tricep, and my opposite hand is gonna control a collar tie. From here, I'm gonna take a big step in with my right leg. My elbow is gonna raise to the ceiling, and I'm gonna pull his tricep past my body as I control that collar tie. So he has an inside tie or collar, doesn't matter. Control the tricep, control the collar tie. You can be head to head. You could have head position. Either way, it's still gonna work. A lot of times you wanna build up some pressure, so if I'm pushing into him, if I have some pressure back, that's gonna work really well. Take a big step in, like you're jumping in almost. Look at that shuffle step there. So I'll turn the angle, shuffle, boom. Back leg comes in first, boom. All right, raise the elbow to the ceiling. Now watch what I'm gonna do with this arm. So I'll let go of the collar tie for a second. Elbow comes up, and I'm pulling this tricep by my body. So this is the motion, elbow up, pull it down, pull it by, okay? Here, tricep, collar, shuffle, pull it down.
Let's watch a couple examples of this slide by in action, controlling that tricep, taking a big step, pulling him by, and controlling the waist. Got 2 more examples here. Big slide by, control the waist, pull him to the mat, and 1 more here.
If I hit this slide by, but my opponent stays on his feet, or I end up in a position like this, where it's a little bit of a battle, in order to score, especially in folk style, I can switch to a Merkle position. All I'm gonna do is lock my hands together around the neck and the near arm, hook my foot around his foot, and bring his hands to the mat. In folk style, that's gonna give you the takedown. Then you can either roll him through, but I prefer taking my leg out and just going behind after that. I'm here, you can even have your head on the same side of the collar tie side. Shuffle, slide it by, lock your hands, lace, put the hands down to the mat. Right when the hands touch in folk style, that's a takedown.
This is from the Pennsylvania State Championships, where Jack's Forrest ends up in this Merkle position to get his takedown from the slide by. Here, his opponent's circling in front, so he throws his leg in between, locks the Merkle up, and gets the takedown.
Now, if Jax hits this slide by and his opponent circles and faces him, there's 2 attacks that he'll normally go for. The first one is if he doesn't face too much. So if I go to slide by, and I'm here, but he's still on the side of me, so he hasn't fully faced me, I can release the collar tie and drop just to a high single leg here. And just control the leg and finish the high single. Maybe I'm gonna have like an inside tie on this side, and I feel the slide by there, but I wanna go more of this high single. Try to slide it by, but just drop your left hand to the knee, boom. Drive up and collect. This time I'm not gonna grab that collar tie. I'm gonna go wrist in this situation, but I'm gonna build pressure up. Take a big step. Everything's the same with this right hand, but my left hand's gonna drop behind the knee as I drop into the high single and finish the takedown.
Let's watch this in action. Jack's Forrest is gonna use his slide by to drop into a single leg. So instead of keeping that left hand on the collar tie, he's dropping it to behind the knee and switching off to a single leg takedown.
Next option, if he fully faces me, I can attack a straight on double, a high crotch, a head outside low single, whatever's open at that point. I slide by, but we end up facing, I can just fire an attack. I slide him by, this time he faces me, so I miss the slide by, fire off a shot. You notice there, like, my left leg was forward, I maybe was in a weird stance. Just shoot to the leg, don't overcomplicate it. Grab a leg and take him down. I don't care if this leg's forward and I shoot a double, high crotch, I'm hitting a knee and grabbing a leg and pulling myself to good position after the fact.
Here, Jack's Forrest used the slide by to drop off to a high crotch. You can really hit any takedown you want, it's just whatever opens up. You hit the slide by, they face you, drop off the legs, and finish the takedown.
I have one more variation of the elbow tie slide by that I want to go over, but make sure you guys stay till the end because I'm going to show you exactly what Jack's Forrest does if he can't get to that elbow tie position. So the last elbow tie slide by is from the knees. Maybe he hit a failed shot attempt, maybe his opponent shot on him, but for some reason, we either were both on our knees or one of us is on our knees. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm just reaching up and giving him a thumb block to force him to reach up and grab my tricep. So I'm here, I shot in, I start putting my hands on him, he reaches up and I grab the tricep just like we did on our feet. Now from here, I'm gonna step my outside leg up, still grab the collar tie, and turn and throw his hands to the mat. This is done in a lot of different variations. This is done from if Will's standing and I'm on my knees. If he reaches on me, I can do it still from here. Now, if Will's arm's straight, it won't work, so you have to get that bent elbow, but you can still hit it from here where you're stepping and pulling him down. If he's on his knees and I'm up on my feet, you can hit it from here. Show you the collar tie side. So you guys just saw the tricep side, but collar tie, step, throw the hands to the mat.
This is Jack's Forrest's most common technique. He steps the right leg up, the same leg that has the tricep, and throws his opponent by. He can hit this when he's on both knees and his opponent's on both knees. He can also hit this when his opponent's on his feet and he's on both knees, just like this. He also can hit the technique when he's on his feet and his opponent's on both knees, like this example right here. So no matter who's on their knees, Jack's Forrest can hit this takedown from every single position.
For those of you who stayed till the end, you're gonna get rewarded with a specialty move. If Jack's Forrest can't get to this elbow tie series, one of the moves you'll see him often hit is a fireman's carry. And not only will he hit it if he has the inside tie and jump into that fireman's carry, he'll also do it from space. So he'll just jump into a fireman's carry. I saw another wrestler do this before, but I haven't really seen it taught besides from Jack's Forrest, where you shoot like you're hitting a high crotch, but you just catch both at the same time. Most of the time, they're gonna try to dig an underhook anyways, right? Well, if I shot and I left my hand up, you're gonna try to catch that anyways. So I'm just gonna control that tricep and dump him right over. So I'm wrestling here, maybe I'm struggling to get this elbow. We're fighting a little bit here, okay, clear. Just shoot right in, boom. Dump him right over. Could also be getting that inside tie first. So maybe I'm here, I'm having trouble getting a pull on this tricep because he's thumb blocking me maybe. So I chop, I get my inside tie, switch lead legs, pull in, dump over top.
Here's two examples of Jack's Forrest hitting the fireman's carry from the inside tie position. So if he struggles to get that elbow tie position, all he has to do is switch to an inside tie with his right hand and jump into that fireman's carry, get some backs while he's at it.
If you liked this video and you want to get your defense better, make sure to check out my video on Marcus Blaze counterattack system by clicking the link right here.